In this episode, part 2 of our 6-week stay in Georgetown, Bahamas, we cover the big blow of 2018, where the winds gusted at over 50 knots. Sienna almost blew off the boat, and our neighboring boat dragged. In contrast, we cover an amazing hike to the Atlantic Ocean, observing various coastal scenery and wildlife. Simon will tell you about our outboard woes. We'll share a few sights from the actual town and take another walk in the Georgetown coastal area. And Simon will finish with the reasons why Georgetown is called Chicken Harbor. Anchoring in Georgetown wasn't all sun, beach, and sea. We experienced weeks of high winds, and during the big blow, we had very, very high winds.
We will be getting 3 days of high winds.
We are getting 45 sustained, gusts over 50 right now.
Sienna reporting from Bahamas News. We're getting 50 knots of winds here. Bye-bye! Do not do this at home.
When Sienna wasn't playing in the wind, she was doing some homeschooling by learning about the Bahamas. Hi, welcome to the Bahamas.
Hello.
Can I have your passport?
Yes.
Let me see here. Oh, that's a very nice picture.
Do you need me to take off my hat?
No, I can tell it to you. And what we're going to do today is we're going to put a Bahama flag in here so that you know that you went to the Bahamas. Okay? Thanks for coming to our wonderful country.
Okay, let me show you where we are. This is where we start, just above Miami. The Fort Lauderdale's there, and we sailed through, and we stopped there, and we stopped there, and then we came down. And where we are now is where this dot is here, in Georgetown on Great Exuma.
The capital of the Bahamas is Nassau. This is the flag of Bahamas.
So Aqua Bob is dragging.
Actually means Aqua Baby on board.
He's out on the bow at the moment, but he still seems to be dragging. I don't know if he's got his engines going, but he needs to do something quickly. Over.
But Aqua Bob was like over here to the left, and they've gone back pretty far. I mean, this is happening all over the place.
Probably a couple more boats there.
Yeah.
Got dragged.
So it happens.
Lucky it's not us.
Well, yeah, but it could be us at any point. So that's why you've got to be vigilant, you know, when it's blowing this hard. We're debating on whether or not we should drop our dinghy and go over and see if we can help them. And they're now in the middle of the channel, and we're really quite concerned about them.
We're going over to help Aqua Bob.
Sailboat Marvin's dropping their dinghy.
Yeah.
Because we can't really drop ours because we're so far out and we're getting blown with so much wind. Kurt has gotten Simon. Be safe, guys. So they're going out to help Aqua Bob, because Aqua Bob, it seems to keep dragging backwards. The rest of the anchorage seems to be holding okay. Simon and Kurt are almost to Aqua Bob. They only have one engine, and it just keeps looking like they're blowing backwards. You can see that it looks like Kurt went up to the front where the anchor is. They are now floating behind us.
One person in the front. Daddy just went out to check at the dinghy.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 people at the front. They're trying to look for something.
They've got the anchor down. We saw them put it down, so they're now going back in reverse.
A bit of fun. A 58 Leopard started dragging. Friends of ours. I called up another friend of ours. They came over the dinghy, picked us up, and we went on and helped them out. Anchored over there now, and they seem to be holding nice. We've helped them take it down a bit of windage, take their dodger covers or spray hoods, whatever you want to call it. So we've got that down. They might have just been anchored in a bit of grass, but it pulled up. The thing with cats is the wind can go through between the 2 holes, and there's a lot more windage. But because he's like almost 3 stories, he had the covers still on, so we've taken all them down, so he's got less windage. We probably reduced his windage down by about 30-40%. He had the anchor up and the engine on when we got onto the boat, so we just helped him re-anchor.
They were anchored next to us all last night without a problem.
Yeah, but the wind has picked up again.
Yeah.
It's really quite strong now.
And then if you don't mind grabbing that little spare tank so I can at least get everything secured down there.
Yeah, no worries. He's just really worried. I don't think his anchor is the best anchor. He's only got enough chain for 150 feet, which is not a lot really. He's got another anchor. He's going to put that anchor with a chain that we have, about 15 feet of chain, so he's going to borrow that, and I'm going to help him.
Alex is coming over to get Simon. Simon's got 2 tanks, and they're going to work on getting another anchor put out for Alex. I thought the Bahamas was nice, Alex.
I know!
I just walked out on the front and it blew me over. Okay, Alex has got back to his boat. Simon's back. How is it out there?
Rough! It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's blowing 35. It is just red all the way, and it's like this for another 24 hours. I'm just going to stay up for an hour or so and just check everything alright. It's just blowing a little bit harder than it has been. It's just one of those things, nothing we can do. I've checked the snubber, everything seems to be fine. I've checked all the other boats around us, which is what I'm more scared of, is the boats hitting us really. I'm really happy with the way we're anchored and our anchor, so here we go, fingers crossed.
It's still really windy. We thought maybe we could get off today, but the waves are they've gotten huge. You can't tell. Video doesn't do it justice.
Still getting 30 to 40 knots. And what I'm going to do is going to go and check the snubber.
A snubber takes the load of the ground tackle, wind, and current off the windlass mechanism, the thing that pulls the chain in and out, and places it onto the hull or superstructure of the boat. The windlass is just a tiny bit of kit. You wouldn't want something so small to hold the weight of a boat, would you? By using a snubber, you effectively create a small bit of slack in the anchor chain, removing any pressure off the windlass. The load is then transferred onto strong points on the hull of the boat.
We've just gone up to 45 knots with a squall coming through. Yeah, wait, we've got another 24 hours and it's going to calm down to 25 knots. Hey!
During the big blow, I wrote an article entitled 8 Steps on How to Prepare for High Winds at Anchor. In the article, I talk about how to analyze your surroundings, preparations for your ground tackle, how we set our anchor alarms, and yes, we use more than one alarm, what it means to have anchor faith, and more. Don't sail off into the sunset until you truly understand how to anchor in high winds. To read this article, visit the link below. After 3 days, the wind eventually died down, and the first thing we did was to head to land so that we could go for a long walk. Did you find something picturesque? This is how Sienna felt to be off the boat. I just asked Sienna if she wants to go down and see the Atlantic Ocean, and she goes, "No, not really. I see it every day."
Here's a sea slug. I think it's dead.
Yeah, we think he's dead. Oh wow, look at that.
Look at that.
Please hold it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, Sienna, feel it. It's kind of spiky. I'll put it back. Don't worry. What's it feel like? Do you feel the edges? It feels prickly. Isn't that cool? And there's the bottom. All right. That's so cool.
The one we found was white.
It's a fool.
Oh, let me see it. That is so cool. And that one's dead. So if you want to keep it, beautiful tree here, and it's like the leaves are like furry and soft. So it's a bit of a conch shell, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Simon took our dinghy in for the mechanic to hear it, and the mechanic said it's finished.
Okay, that's what I thought, but thanks Woody. How much is tax? Does it matter that I'm a British boat?
Altogether, $2,902.50.
Who's that?
2,000, so that's,
$2,903.
and that's a two-stroke.
That's a two-stroke 30 short shaft
Yamaha?
Yamaha.
Now, has it got the reservoir in the engine that you fill up?
Yes.
That's a lot cheaper than I've been quoted.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's Simon here. I was just wondering if the engine's in for me. Yes. Oh, it is. Okay, great. You want me in at 11? All right, I'll come in at 11. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, great news. Our poorly sick outboard we've had for, or the boat's had for 14, 15 years, the bearing's about to go, and we asked the mechanic if it could be fixed, and as soon as we pulled the cord and it went off, he went, switch it off, he says it's dead. He said it'll blow up at any time. So we were searching around and we found an engine here in the Bahamas, and we ordered it 2 days ago and it's here. I can't wait. Our dinghy engine. It is not very well, and this is our last trip with it, and we're going to go and get a new one. I've now got a new motor. Look at that, there's our old one, bless her. So, let's have a look. It's hard. That sounds really nice.
We've got our old engine and our new one.
We chose the Yamaha 32 stroke. The main reasons is one was cost and availability in Georgetown. I do like two-stroke. I prefer two-stroke to four-stroke for a couple of reasons really. You get a lot of power from it instantly. They're easier to repair and they're less temperamental. One thing is, if it drops into the water, you can bring it out, start it, get it started, and then clean all the things up. If a four-stroke falls in the water, you keep it in the water and get it to a mechanic, and then he gets it out, because you have like a golden hour with a four-stroke. If you take it out of the water after an hour, you won't be able to repair it and do anything with that way. I was looking at the Evinrude E-Tech 25 horsepower, which is a two-stroke, but it's as quiet and more efficient than a four-stroke. I really wanted one of those, but the cost was nearly $1,500 more than this one. I've had Yamaha before. Yamaha is everywhere. You can get parts really easy. 30 horsepower. Yes, it is probably a little bit too powerful for the boat, but it was available. I couldn't get a 25 horsepower. I could have got a 15, but we normally anchor far out, and I was thinking a 30 would be more powerful, especially when we've got a whole family on. I can still go at a good speed, and I don't have to use full power with a 30. I can keep it at half revs and 3/4 revs, which makes it easier for the engine and easier for us. Do I like it? Yes, I really do like it. It is still a little bit hard to pull. It's still a fresh engine, but the power is just amazing and it's great.
some reason I didn't take too much footage of the actual town of Georgetown. What's great about the town is that there's loads of space on dinghy docks to get water, fuel, and park up to visit the grocery store, drop off your trash, attend a church service, visit a cafe, and enjoy some scenic views while consuming an adult beverage and more. In town you'll also find a bank, cell phone services, automotive mechanics, a hairdresser, and various eateries.
My mom takes me to the funnest places.
This is, for alternator, this is perfect,
Yeah.
Georgetown accommodates many long-term live-aboard boaters, mainly from North America during the winter. Similar to what is known as snowbirds that fly south for the winter, some boaters sail south to take advantage of the beautiful turquoise blue waters, warm temperatures, and hurricane-free weather. Often, live-aboard anchorages are host to several boaters, sometimes hundreds, thus forming a vibrant, energized, and dynamic live-aboard community. During our 6-week stay in Georgetown in February-March, there were around 200 boats in and around the area, some anchored for the full season and others just passing through. But what are the benefits of staying in a seasonal anchorage such as Georgetown? I'm going to list the things that we found in Georgetown, but it's important to note that other anchorages around the world are similar. First of all, it's free to anchor, so that's always a massive appeal. Yes, it does cost money to book into the Bahamas, but for $300, you not only get to anchor for several months, but you can also fish as much as you want. The wear and tear on your boat is not as extensive as it would be if traveling frequently. You can't beat the weather. The surrounding area is set up for cruisers, so that means that there's a dinghy dock for the supermarket, one for each restaurant, and even the cruiser's beach has a line laid out for dinghies to be tied onto. The views and surrounding areas are absolutely amazingly breathtaking. I mean, just imagine waking up every day to views like you see in this video. You're surrounded by like-minded people eager to socialize and support each other. The boating community is known for its kindness and support. To learn 8 more benefits to staying in a live-aboard anchorage, read my article entitled Where to Live Aboard, 13 Benefits to Live Aboard Anchorages at sailingbritican.com/where-to-live-aboard.
Why do they call it Chicken Harbour? Because everyone chickens out going south from here because it is quite difficult. They call it the Thorny Passage or the Thorny Route or something, and people come here and then it's really nice here and it's such a great atmosphere that people go, okay, I'll just stay. So they chicken out. Is that it? Thank you. Come in and they just took our departure cards and that's it. We don't really have to book out the Bahamas, which is great. Thank you, Georgetown, for having us in the Bahamas. We've stayed here a little bit longer than we were expecting through engine breaking down and waiting for a weather window, but we've got a weather window now and we're hoping to get about 4.5 days to Puerto Rico.
Woohoo!
Yes! We're waiting for it!
Here are some clips from our future episodes. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get notified. Cool. Yeah. Woo! Woo!
The bar that's closed, but we have opened it up.
Of course, last night when we came through here, I couldn't see a thing because it was pitch black.
Oh, see that big splash out there? That was a whale that just came up and breached.
See another cookie monster.
Yeah,
that's true.
We got pizzas delivered.
Pretty much everywhere we're looking, there's hurricane damage. If you'd like to see videos about sailing, destinations, how-tos, marina reviews, and more, please support our channel by purchasing one of our sailing guides. Join the thousands of people that have already purchased our guides to get information that will save you money, provide practical tips and tricks, in addition to helping you get out and enjoy boating. Or if you're not in the need for helpful how-to information and checklists, buy one of our high-quality nautical t-shirts, beach cover-ups, and other nautical gifts at our Etsy shop. We also have a lovely community of Patreon supporters too, if that's something you're interested in. Links to all of these resources can be found in the description below. These educational and hopefully entertaining videos are made possible by the profits made through our guides, t-shirt sales, and Patreon supporters. To keep them going for free, please support Sailing Britican today.